For mango life. La 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 la. Let's go check out YouTube. Make sure it's streaming. Why am I signed out of everything? It was like, signed out. The OBS wasn't like taking the frickin'. It's like, wasn't picking up the webcam, the overhead. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, there. Good. Good. We're here. Hi, my name is Katie. This is the Italian Ikozuki live stream of something something. And tonight we are working on Kato. I have tonight and part of tomorrow, well, tomorrow, after my run, to get everything kind of, well, I got Saturday too, but like tomorrow is my last undisrupted day. I found out today that apparently Osaka Marathon is going into draw, so that's cool. Also, by the way, I totally had a thing, I think it was about this time last year, it was like someone is using like a skill saw or like a miter saw or some sort of saw. Like, it's 9:30 at night. Why are you sawing stuff? Why can I hear it so clearly? That's actually the better question. Why can I hear it so clearly? It's kind of creepy here at 9:30 at night. Although last year it was like midnight. So who knows? I know I said I was going to be on earlier. It did not happen again. And that's mainly because I ended up actually getting a shit ton of work done that's just really boring, and I wanted to listen to my audiobook. So I got last night I got all of the labels like adhered to their interfacing, and then trimmed down and actually wiped down, because with the leather cutting that my brother-in-law is doing, it tends to leave like a dust behind, and it's not a big deal until it is a big deal. And so I decided that I was going to like clean them off this time, and that's what I did. So I sat down and did that last night instead of like what I was planning to do. And then, well, that might be why it's not sticking. Maybe is that I've got it in my dress. I can't tell. Where the hell did there's my mic. Okay, I want it down a little bit, but it can't go from Mickey because it's too thick. Anyway, okay, good. That's why I wasn't on last night. I was working, just upstairs in the quiet of my own head with an audiobook. In the quiet of my own head with an audiobook. Okay. I am going to go in and we're just going to do a count quick and see how many we actually already have, like, mostly ready to go, I think. Because there is a whole stack down here that are like, well, let's go, basically. Which I think it even includes interiors. So we're going to pair up and we're going to see where we get to. Because why not? And then there's a couple here that are also like mostly done. So they even have their leather and everything. These ones here that are on my lap still need to have their wedging done. These two here have their wedging done. All that fancy jazz. Okay, I guess starting with this chocolate one right here, which I do know needs its drawstring figured out because the cats are gross. Okay, so 1, 2, Tara is coming to help on Sunday, which is going to be awesome. Basically what I want to try and do is have as much as I can done by Sunday. So Saturday is just going to be a full on, we're going to sleep and then we're going to come downstairs and I am going to just sew my little heart out. And the kids will have an iPad day, which they're already looking forward to. And I don't blame them. They've been at school all week. So yeah, that'll be a good break for them. The eldest was like tired at 7 o'clock tonight. I set an alarm for 7. I was like, all right, we're going to, like, once this goes off, no fighting about this or else we don't get more iPad time tomorrow, which I know really only shoots me in the foot, but they've been very whiny about it recently. So it's just like, nope, fuck that noise, literally, pretty much. Obviously not saying that to the kids, but like, come on. Okay, there was a white lining that I already put in. What did I pair it up with? Oh, the chocolate. The chocolate can have sand because the white should go with the clouds here. I think these all have linings because I'm pretty sure these were ones that we had already picked pre some other event. Who knows which one. But there is close to 100 Kato bags still to finish. So I'm not sure who is all in charge of that, but I'm not taking responsibility. No, it's totally me. Okay, so there's all those paired up. Sweet, and then there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sewn but not paired up, and I'm pretty sure the ones that we have set aside for Wendy still have, okay, well the lining is here for Wendy's, where the one is, and then this is the second one and it's going to go down there. Okay, cool, because I want to keep that separate for now. Good. I don't think I've got lining cut to finish everything. I just realized I could actually center myself better in the face cam. I don't think I've got enough cut for everything else, but that's okay. How many do we actually have here then? So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 right here. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to pop them actually over here. 17. And a few extra linings here. So what I'm going to do then is we're going to go in and we're going to, I think we're going to go in and actually select what we're going to finish. I was hoping that we'd get everything done, but there's too much to count and actually getting it all done. This one I do want to get done. It needs a special one anyway, so that's a good call there then. Okay, so here's the, I did also iron all the pockets. Clap for me. That's not a normal thing. Mostly because it's like, yeah, it's just not normal because it's like a lot of extra work. And usually I'm just doing these so back to back that it's not a big deal. But these ones, because they've been stored for a while, needed some TLC. Okay, actually, so I said 17. There's 18, 19 that are like stupid close to being finished. Excellent. Okay. Okay. All right. Ice cold. All right. Okay. Anyway, what should we do then? So we've got, what did I say? We did 19 right now. Those are nearly finished though, so I'm like, those are gonna, I want 50. I want 50. We're gonna do 50. So 19, 20. So that's 20. Let's just go with, there's 20 with that cat one in. That one might still need a label, but we'll deal with that later. Okay. Probably not. Yes, because we haven't had party animals yet. Yes, because cats. Yes, because I love how this lace is lined up. Yes, because penguins are popular. Yes, because of Shibas. There's 5 already. Coffee. Snow fairies. I should probably popcorn balls. Sushi restaurant cats. Speech bubbles. Zebra. Sushi. Yes. Yes. Yes, the other zebras. Yes to all the like sweets parties. Yes to gingham cat because gorgeous. Bouquet, tuxedo, the other penguins. I'm not even counting right now. We can always do a second pair down. Butt cats. Yeah, birds. Birds need to be done. The other popcorn dogs. Alice is always extremely popular. I feel like the pandas are going to be popular, especially in that. It's nice bright summer. Polar bears. This one's gorgeous. That carousel turned out too good. The other birds. No. Yes. Yes, it pretty much sells every time I have. I'm pretty sure that one sells every time I have it on the shelf. Sushi Neko. Obviously. Absolutely. I would abso-fucking-lutely. There we go. Yes. No. Yes. 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 Yeah, definitely. Yes. 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 No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Pretty sure that's 50 there in that pile before we even count the ones that are like, we're only supposed to choose 35, guys. Although at the same time, I am definitely missing drawstring or bags that I have drawstring channels for, and vice versa, I'm pretty sure. So we'll double check this against the drawstrings as well, just to make sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm pretty sure where the drawstring, the rest of these are, is in the tote bag bin, because I probably just mixed up. 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 24, 26, 28. Oh, we're not too badly off. 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 51. Told you I wanted 50. It's like 70 more, Kato. Can I do it? Yes. In 2 days, one of which includes full childcare time. What ones would I pair out? Nope, let's just do it. Fuck it, let's go for it. All right, so why I have these out right now is because I'm going to clip their tabby tabs. Actually, we'll double check to make sure these all have their drawstrings, like at least semi-ready. Are they in the drawstring pile? That is what I want to know. Here's the thing. The Kato are always extremely popular. So it's definitely something that I know we have to stock up for Fibrations. So let's just double check that we have the majority of our drawstrings ready. Because like, see, I have drawstrings for bags that we don't have right now, which is like this Snow White one. So that's why I'm thinking there is some that got mixed into the tote bag bin, because that would make the most sense. Really, right? So, there's pockets down here that didn't get finished. Oh, Katie. Fuck. And a pocket that's got black top stitching instead of white top stitching. Okay, well, pop you up there. And if you're like, Katie, what were you doing earlier that you weren't online? I was actually working on coasters. What is I working on? Coasters and you know, all that fun stuff. What else? I don't remember what else. All right, and then those are okay. So those are some randos. That's for one that we do have in here. This I need to go rinse because it's got like cat gunk on it. It is ready though, so we can at least do the chocolate print. But it just needs to have a little bit of a swish swish. Because the cats decided that hairballs on chocolate fabric was an excellent idea. And I'm like, I disagree with this. Okay, so we have that one for sure. This one for sure. We definitely set aside Sushi Neko. Pretty sure we did all of these ones, right? Oh, did we double up on the... Okay, how am I going to do this? Did we double up on the mimosa? I don't think so. And see, then there's the other portion of this of like, okay, where's the... Oh yeah, the drawstrings for a lot of these are right here on my lap. Ignore me. Okay, so cranes, fans. There's the big cats. Okay. Fans. Cranes, fans. I know for sure that, okay, there's the fish. And I know for sure that we have the strawberries in here. Fishy fish. There's the strawberries. There's the tombo, the dragonflies. Okay, so we're just, basically this is like, I don't normally do this step right now, but it's kind of the next step anyway. Typically after the wedging, kind of putting the package together once like everything can be held in the bag. Putting the drawstrings in right now is not the end of the world though, so I'm not worried about it. Chocolate is right there, and then okay, geisha, Michael. It's Michael, it's not geisha, Katie. Shut the fuck up. Michael. Okay, pink chocolate, which is the one we gotta clean up. Clouds with neon dots. White fans. Planets. Black fans. I feel like black fans didn't get its end stitched yet or something like that. I feel like that's what happened. Or it just got stitched. Maybe it just got stitched. There's a whole stack of new drawstrings right here. Like, yeah, and see, this is the other one that we don't have a... It's like the cats with the green and pink stitching. Okay, definitely have those tuxedo cats. I grabbed popcorn. Sushi restaurant. The carousel. Did I grab the... I can't remember if there's the blue and pink in there or not. We don't have you. You're not... You didn't make the cut. You did. You did. You did. You did. Shiba. Coffee. Sweet treats. Corgi butts. Penguins. Birds. Those 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. You didn't this time. That's okay. Birds, like owls, bright owls. Weird Victorian cats. There's there's one half of that one. I don't know where the other half is right now. Long cats. Long cats was already diverted. Okay, so I'm missing. Oh right, black fans. Shit. I'm missing fans. And I know for sure that I saw fans because I was like, yes, we gotta finish that. Oh, because there's a whole fucking pile right there that hasn't been stitched at all. Okay. That would answer the question. Okay, so there's a whole pile right here. These guys. Okay, so we definitely have the, okay, move you out of the way. So we need owls. Okay, black fans. Alice. Popcorn. Okay, owls has been stitched. At least one of them has been. So we can move that one over to its baggy bag. Okay, you have most of your package, if not all of it. Most, if not all. There's your drawstring. Fans, parasols. That one's already, just needs to be assembled. Okay, I'm pretty sure we ended up with that one. No, no. No, no, yes. Yes to the Little Red Riding Wolf. Okay, no, no. Okay, pop those down there. Yes, no, no, yes. Yes, yes, no. No, I think so. We'll double check that one. Yes, if I saw it, we do have that. Yes, no. I know there's one of this black Lucky Cats hanging around, but I'm pretty sure it's not in this pile. Did we keep the geometric shapes? We'll double check that one. Computer, sushi, gingham. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. And I did not find the parasols or the fans. Fuck me. They were literally just here yesterday. Did I move? Was I dumb and put them in the bin under all this stuff that had to be shuffled around anyway because we're in the middle? There's the green dogs. And there's the green dog. What the fuck? Okay, well, if they end up not actually having drawstrings, fuck them, whatever. Just, nope. Okay, so there is a whole stack. Oh, fuck me, there's the fans right there. Duh. So literally set them aside. Okay. Fans. I did not find parasols, though. Okay. All right, popcorn cats for sure. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. And there's a couple in here I can't remember, but if they end up getting stitched, it's fine. These all need black top stitching, so that's something that we'll do when we swap out for black thread, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't even feel like it fits properly. And then the other question is where is the... Yeah, no. Hasn't been cut down properly, so whereas all of these have been cut down to the proper width, at least for the bags. So I feel like it might not be even intended for this, or at least not this round. Okay. Okay, good. I was like, this one better not have lost its mate, because I really want it. Okay. Clip. So why this might feel like it's an exercise in futility for me, or seeing it from your viewpoint for me, because we all know that I am terrible at keeping myself organized. However, it is actually important because now we're not going to go in and sew all of the pockets. Not that I even have all the pocket cuts, but Now I know the distribution of paw prints that I need to do, and I know the distribution of blueprints that I need to do. So, which is actually something that we're going to split up right now. Again, if I end up with a few extra, it's not the end of the world. I just don't have the time to add in 30 extra bags or however many it actually ends up being. I wish I had time to finish 100 Kato this week. It's just not in the cards. And that's probably because Tuesday ended up turning into like a complete shambles. So much, just like errands and everything like that. Both the kids have just gone through growth spurts. So a lot of those errands were, well, it was grocery shopping because Tuesday's usually grocery shopping. And then it was like running around to get, I was picking up secondhand like buys off at Marketplace because, hi, kids' clothes are expensive. That sort of shit. Because shockingly, we need to keep our children clothed. Not shockingly, that was a joke. But, yeah, so it was that in Costco. And I forgot my shoes at the house. So my plan of like going and running my long run in the city just got completely blown to smithereens. So I had to get that in when I got home. And like just, it wasn't just a bad day. And then yesterday I was on to stream for a little bit. What did we even get done yesterday? I think it was mostly working with the pockets, right? So, okay, all dog and cat prints get paw print fabrics, just to make it easy. Everything else gets a blueprint of some description. I don't feel like we have the pink and blue sushi restaurant, so I am going to double check on that one just because I think there's a couple that have snuck in here that aren't supposed to be in here. And then what we'll do, or what we can do, is we'll sew the exteriors, and then we can pair a few more up with these spare interiors as well. The spare ones, the pre-made. Okay, I want to see if we have, okay, we do actually have the blue, but I do not have the, oh, interesting. See, I've got the blue bouquet, but I also am supposed to have the off, like the one on unbleached, but I don't. Wild. Okay. Because one of the things I did do with these ones is we had them in a bin with like their matches this whole time. Like I swear, that hasn't changed. And they haven't been moving around bins except for now while I'm like actually working on them, so that's weird. Polar bear tried to escape. Okay. Okay, actually, you know what? That one's going to be, I think, up. Well, that's one of the ones then that gets taken out. There's the bouquet one. And if I don't find the drawstring for it soon, we'll just go in and sew it, whatever. Sew it with something else or cut another drawstring channel set for it. Alright. So that one. Bloop. And then I don't think pink and blue sushi restaurant is here. Actually, let's split these up into, that'll be the easier one. I'll split it up into animal prints and then we'll figure it out from there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then blue. I don't know why I'm counting because it actually doesn't. It's easier to do it at the end, but this split up will be good. Dogs. Cat print. Texas. Okay, I did keep this guy. So I need its drawstring channel. Okay, there's the version with purple. Don't see it there. I see the purple version. I don't see that version. That's fine. Natural pare down. Activities happening. Just a little bit annoying. Okay, I did keep the blue polka dots. I thought that I'd been like, no, but it must have been the pink one where I was like, no. Red panda, so the blue and blue striped one is here. Sushi Neko's here, and I knew that. That's good. Debonair. This one, which does need a cut down, but that's fine. Budgies, mimosas, carousel, polar and panda, and Alice. Popcorn pups, birds, 2 cats, which I don't have the drawstring for this one. Okay. Yep. Bye. Blue tuxes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, good. I did have that one. Penguins. Gingham. Sweets. Owls. Zebra. Okay, I did keep the pink polka dot cats, which I don't think I pulled the drawstring for. Did I? Nope. It's down here still. Okay. The yoga cats. Sushi. Zebra. Dogs cat sushi restaurant. Popcorn pup balls. Bird. Oh shoot, that went in the wrong pile. Tiny birds. Coffee. Sweets party. Penguins. Shibadongo. Cats. And not quite party animals. Okay. So now this will give us the split. So no, we do not have the pink and blue sushi restaurant cats. So we're gonna have to go through the tote bag bin because, as I was mentioning earlier, I think that they're probably in the tote bags because they're very, like, obviously very similar construction. They're also then going to unless I have a measuring tape right there or something to compare it with, it's like, sorry, I'm just gonna like there so you can actually see the prints. Yeah, they're probably in there. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24 paw prints, 24 paw prints. Where'd my phone go? Okay, so I think the goal tonight should be 24 paw prints. Should be to get all of everything to the point of assembly for tomorrow. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we can try. We'll try. I don't think that'll happen. And actually, now that I know that I don't have the parasol drawstring, I'm going to disassemble this package and we're going to absorb it into here for all the other bags. So there should be about 25 here, probably just under 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Surprise. So 24 blue pockets. And then 24 paw prints. Okay, we must have pulled one from each pile. Shuffle them over here because we need their things. And then we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we only need 17 blue pockets. Okay, 17 blue pockets and 24 paw prints. 17 blue, 24 paw. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Because one of the big assembly things here is we have to go in and clip in all of their webbing. Okay. So, oh God, this pile is heavy. Not like stupid heavy, but heavy. Heavy enough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and a half. Oh, good God. I know I paired these all up again. I've really only been shuffling between 2 spots recently. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half. Okay, maybe it's in this pile. Who knows? 13 and a half. So 13 ready to go. 13. I'm pretty sure since there's some of the drawstrings made out of this down here, those are going to be special. I'm going to set them aside for now. 14. Jesus criminy. 15. 16. 17. 18. 18. Don't need 18. Only need 17. 17. 17. Okay. Ready. So that means that there's 34 pocket sets there. And there's going to be like, what, 48 on the other one. Okay. 1, 2. Actually, I'm going to start with the batik for the sweater cats because it's not going to have a matching drawstring for the exterior. I had to go with a special like drawstring that matches the exterior a bit better. The batik is it, and so usually when I did that, and moving forward, what I'll do is I like to match the drawstring to the pockets. So that's why the batik there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 on the dot with the small navy paw prints. Alrighty, so there is our pocket set up, hopefully. Obviously missing a few here as well, which is ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna pop them over here. Good. Okay, and then there are some in here. There are no white top stitching ones left, but there is some dark stitching ones that need to be finished, like these guys. You're good, you're good, you're good. Wait. Definitely black stitching. Black. Oh, there it is. That was one of the ones that I ended up saying no, right? I think. Or was it that I couldn't actually find the bag? No, there it is. So I'll add it back in. Whatever. Which means we need one more pocket set of paws. Okay. Yes, stitching. Yes, 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 yes. And these are both stitched. And then, yes, no, no, no. Nope, 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 nope. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. No. Okay, so those all have to be stitched. Okay. All right. First things first, though, because they're all like lighter fabrics, we're going to go in and we're going to sew the pockets into the interiors, and then we'll go in and at some point clip the webbing in, I guess. Whatever, it's all got to get done. So really at this point right now, it doesn't matter too much how I do it. Okay, some water, and then we'll get going. Okay, I do still have some blue cuts in here. So I was just thinking, we should do mostly paw prints on these. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cuts of blue. And then we can do, 4 cuts of blue mean that I can end up doing like the navy cat. Yeah, okay. No, those are good options. All cat prints. So let's start here. We'll flip this pile because I want this side of the pile. So they're higher contrast. And then now I need my little measuring ruler. Where the fuck did it go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Shit. Okay, I swear it was here. Again, it was here earlier. And there's half of the sassy cat drawstring. Not the other half. Okay. Well, I guess we're using the yardstick. Is this? And so basically it needs to be 1 inch above the pocket cut. No, that's like 1 1/8. Interesting. I wonder why that ruler's 1 1/8. Okay. And if you're like, Katie, this is why you should keep your stuff tidier. Yeah, I know. Shh. Actually, I did have my quilting ruler here. There it is. Let's use this tonight. Which actually would probably help a little bit because then I can just lay it down and then lay it on the fabric. And hopefully everything is square enough and straight enough, and that is not a concern. Or not too big a concern. All right. Now this is something that I chain piece, but it's not really something that I pre-assemble. Typically it's just go in and sew them as they come. Actually, I wonder, one moment. I I have a big like square ruler, and that would just fit on the sewing desk in general better. It might not be big enough for the full thing, but it's gonna be better than nothing. Okay. If you were here last summer, I discussed this as well, but there was 100% someone running a miter saw again tonight, or like skill saw or something. I'm like, what are you doing at 9:30 at night with a skill saw out again? I do not understand. Like, I don't know. Creepy or not, it's 9:30. You hear a miter saw running. What are you gonna do? I think it's creepy. Now, I guess there's, well, bylaw, I think, what is the noise bylaw in Cochrane? I think it's 9. And it's like, okay, whatever if you're using a miter saw, but it's the fact that, like, having the windows open, you can hear the miter saw. That's the creepy part of it. What? New examples? Ooh. Significant changes to noise control in June 2025. New exemptions for common sounds. Oh, good. Okay. Church bells, wind chimes, and children playing. Oh, fuck. Vehicle noise restrictions expanded. Includes limits on large vehicle idling over 50 kilos. Clear noise enforcement process. Sound level measurements and conditions for exemptions. We're also making adjustments to Section 16 noise control. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of complaints about like construction noise and stuff like that. So they're like tightening up on those bylaws. 31 complaints, though. That's a lot of complaints. Okay, so this still hasn't told me. It's like, these are all changes. Why is it buried? Why can't you just tell me when? Okay. Daytime means the period beginning at 7 a.m. Yeah, okay. 7 a.m. 10 to 10 p.m. on the same. Yeah, so 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on the weekdays. Okay, so they were using their miter saw still within the... Just creepy. It's creepy to hear a miter saw going at 9:30 at night in the back. I wonder if it's another small business running, like, doing their work, just like I am. I think I was like wondered the same thing last year. But like, I also wouldn't want to be running a miter saw in the house regularly, because like the dust. Oof. Can't even imagine. It'd be ridiculous. Okay, am I going to be flipping every single one? Yes, because I didn't. Okay, so, or at least the majority of them. Now I can just, no, they're still going to need, whatever. Just try to make my life easier, and it's not, whatever. Whatever, will deal. Okay. All right, that little 6-inch ruler is handy, but honestly, that's way better. think that's way faster than the scooch we normally have to do for pockets. All right. Though at the same time, if I actually moved these, I would probably have an easier time of all of this. You bet. Okay. Yeah, seriously, right? It wasn't even 9 o'clock. It was 9:30. How did it? Oh, and I heard it through my windows. It's not like I had windows open. Windows were closed. Because, actually, I love having the windows open. But the bugs in the backyard also love having my windows open at that time. So I typically close them once it's like, well, right now around 9 o'clock. I wasn't down here at 9. If I had been, I would have had them open, but yeah, 9:30 just seems like such a weird time. And I know I talked about this last year, but the fact that it's also recurring this year at the exact same time is also fucking weird to me. So weird. Put a... So we have a Cochrane Rants and Raves page on Facebook. Typically it's all rants and just a collection of things of like, why aren't you just bringing this up with like the business or your neighbors or whatever? And if people have the like legitimate, then whatever. Sometimes it's useful information. However, I cannot tell if this person is being facetious or not. They're like, last summer, they're like, who's revving their sewing machine on Quigley? And I was like, I'm sorry that you can hear me all the way at Quigley. I do not live on Quigley Drive, but I did have to laugh. Anyway, 9:30 seems like a weird time to be running a miter saw. Especially at the same time of year. It's like, how long is this project taking you? Or is it a new project? Now I'm just gonna be nosy. Nosy anyway. Like, is this a new state for you, Katie? No. No, it's not. Who am I kidding? But I do remember talking about this last summer, and I am pretty sure it's around this time as well. So, like, Jesus Christ. We're down to the final countdown for Fibrations. That's why I know I said that I was going to try and do a bunch of small box bags and stuff, but instead we are going to focus in on the Kato. We have a decent selection of small box bags. We will be sewing the majority of them for Knit City. So that's going to be, we're going to see how Fibrations goes and like what sells and stuff like that. I don't want to have to do a bunch of cutting for Knit City. I do know that we're already going to be cutting mini traveler slings. And I want to have a few more backpacks finished for Knit City Vancouver as well. Which is, if you don't know, at the end of September in Vancouver, British Columbia at the P&E Forum. This will be my 10th year, barring COVID and the year I broke my ankle. This will be my 10th year doing Knit City, or my 10th Knit City event. So that's pretty exciting. I'm super excited about it. Like, what an accomplishment. So, but yeah, right now we're going to finish as many Kato as we can for Fibrations. I'll come back. We'll definitely cut some more mini traveler slings, backpacks, and I want to try and see if I can get one of the open wide makeup pouches to finally work for me. I did find a pattern that doesn't have binding or mind-breaking instructions on how to get the, like, how to install the base of the bag, because that's what broke my brain on the zip and grip. So that's that. Like, it's I'm stuck on one step on this one, so I just got to go in. I use a lot of tutorials from Jess of Okla Roots. And so I'm going to go in and just rewatch her video again, because I know that she's got it explained very clearly. And then everything should be good. Maybe, hopefully. But it is cute. It is like, so this is it right now. So just imagine that, like, this is it when it's going to be finished. This is the exterior, basically, and it will open this wide. I just got to get it assembled on these ends here. And it's just, I can't wrap my head around getting how I get the interior and exterior wings aligned right now. I think, actually looking at it now, I bet you I just sew this portion and then I just tack it down through all the layers right there. Fuck, that's what I do, isn't it? Okay. The one swap I did do on this is I did add that, you can see it, it's that stiff stabilizer is in here. It's only supposed to be interfaced. The one that Okla Roots was sewing, she's doing it with like waxed canvas as part of a club that she organizes. So it didn't take as much interfacing. However, the pattern is not written for stabilizer, so what I did is I just took a 1/4 inch off, so I was within the seam allowance. Next round, I need to be a little bit more generous in how much I actually take off of the stabilizer, because I need more room in my seams and just for like making sure everything gets assembled correctly. However, I'm extremely excited about that. It's just about done. I knew I wasn't going to get it done for Fibrations, but again, sometimes shows are the kick in the butt to get shit done, even if it's not going into production yet. That pattern is fast enough that I'll be able to put it into production. It is fiddly. It is definitely going to be one of the more expensive items. Same as the that, and the backpacks now are going to be the higher cost. The backpack, because there's a lot of, oh good Lord. The backpack, because it took a long time. It took about 2 hours to assemble. So I did 2 bags. It took me about 4 hours total to assemble both. And that didn't include any of the cutting or interfacing time or anything like that. So that is something that I have to still factor in as well. It's quite large pieces of fabric, and waxed canvas is insanely expensive. I don't know why. Canvas itself is not super expensive, but waxed canvas is like triple the price that I'm normally paying for my canvas. Almost 4 times, depending on where I get it supplied from. Thankfully, one of the cheapest suppliers I have found, and it seems to be decent waxed canvas, I'm not mad about it, is right here in Calgary. Anyway, I was like, wait, I can show this to you guys. They are totally worth it though. These ones also broke my brain. I messed up one of the like pocket lining, so I got that figured out at least. There's like a thread in the front here that I should trim. So they are figured out. They still need their drawstring put into them, but it's like super cute. But yeah, it's a lot of fabric. This is seatbelt webbing in the back, just black, because I was like, that will go with pretty much everything. And then the handle and front webbing matches kind of with the theme of the bag. I do like this hardware option the best, but what does annoy me about it is that it doesn't quite line up nicely. So I might shorten the strap a little bit next time, just because I think it's a little bit too long for the front. But I've got my backpack already. I got one that I would love. There is pockets on the inside, but yeah, I probably should actually experiment with it. Should I keep the cat bread one though, or should I keep the coffee one? Because the coffee one also came out spectacular. They're so pretty. I usually do. Actually, okay, so the crazy thing is, usually I do keep a bag and do like it's not even, I just use it, right? Usually I end up falling in love with the fabric and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's mine. It's mine. The exception to that being the mini traveler, which I did take one out the other day for a spin and it worked fine. And the Kato, which I finally took a Kato and I'm using for my like cash bag at shows now. So, or slash like the checkout, the checkout bag, I guess might be the best description for it. So I'm finally using a Kato. I kept the retro jar print because it wasn't selling anyway. So I'm like, well, I love it. But yeah, you're right. I probably should test it out and make sure that like the straps are correct and everything like that. Because most of the time we do end up using 1-inch straps. And this actually called for 1.5, so I probably should test that part of it. Maybe I'll carry it to Victoria and we'll figure it out, because that'll be a good travel test for it, and then that'll give me a good idea of like, I don't see there being any like adjustments we need to do. I trust the person who wrote this pattern. I think she is Canadian, so that's kind of cool. It's Hammer Stitch Designs. They, I don't know. Don't make an assumption. Don't make assumptions, Kato. Anyway, as far as I can tell, they're Canadian. The zip and grip pouch that I made is definitely mine, because it didn't fail, but I can't sell it. But yeah, I'm excited to put the backpacks into rotation. And I'm pretty sure like the 2-hour estimate right now is probably accurate for cut to finish once I'm actually used to the pattern. So that's probably around where I'll keep the sewing amount. That is longer than the majority of bags. Well, yeah, most of the bags I usually try and keep around an hour to an hour and a bit. I feel like, Katie, you take way longer on the Kato. Probably. But typically I'm trying to stay around that hour point. Although once, yeah, backpacks make sense. The spring roll pouch makes sense. And I definitely want the spring roll pouch before Knit City. Oh, and we got to do some stitch and go cases too. Stitch and go. Okay, so there will be cutting, but it'll be random. I have it all written down. But clap for me. I did finish all but one gyoza bag. So part of why I've been a little bit quiet, I think I mentioned before the unplanned hiatus that I had gone for a bunch of like testing and stuff like that. Now, obviously, I knew my sugars have been elevated. My A1C reflected that. That's the long-term like test for sugars. But like other shit had been going down. So I was like, okay, I really do want to get tested and see if we're like approaching perimenopause or anything, because that would explain the sugar jump. And like other symptoms like ovulation bleeding or spotting. It's not bleeding, it's barely spotting. Blood during ovulation, I guess, which I don't normally have or haven't had in the past. And then haven't had this month, now that I think of it, or last month. Anyway, I had for a couple months around that sugar jump, which honestly probably means that there was some sort of estrogen jump or something like that. Anyway, along with everything else. But all the hormones came back good. The doctor said my estrogen was a little bit on the low end, but nothing of concern right now. So we'll just keep an eye on it. And then what actually was low was my iron. And guess what? I did the prescription iron, and suddenly I have far more energy than I did. What kind of pushed me to continue to do this is because I'd been in that funk for long enough that I was like, okay, this is concerning. Also booked a depression test. Only 2/3 depressed. It did come across as moderate, but I think that's very situational because I had just started the iron as well. But so far, a lot of the energy is back. Motivation will catch up. Yes, and for the backpacks, I can definitely shave off some time if I'm organized. The good thing is that because they've been on the whip list for so long, all the pieces were basically sitting here outside of, I think I had to re-sew one of the straps or something, which we'll be able to use for another one, especially since if I keep it all mostly black webbing with silver hardware, they'll all just be the same. Anyway, I did take like 2.5 weeks off of running, which was also a good decision to get the energy back. And I partially organized the studio while I was kind of, that's why I didn't get as much sewing done for Fibrations as I planned. But what I did do is it's like I took care of the tower of totes. They are now, rather than being up on the desk, they're actually in a bin altogether with what I hope is all of their webbing pieces. It should be, in general. And I tracked down all of the pieces for the gyoza bags. Why one didn't get finished is because I had to unpick it. So I finished the ones that were basically done or very close to being done. I finished the stack of needle stashers. They just need snaps. They're sitting over here waiting for snaps right now. That's something I'll do while Tara's here on Sunday, or maybe for Sunday, so she can test the snaps for me. And then what else? Oh, and I got a bunch of the reversible drawstring bags done as well. So they're ready to go and just need drawstrings. So the goal right now is to get these Kato done between the next few days. Hopefully to the point of I want to assemble them tomorrow. I don't think that's going to happen, but I would love to be like as close to that as we can be. Assembly being that we need to sew all the pockets in and like assemble interior and exterior. Because what I count as assembling is when we can smash the interior and exterior together. Yeah, and that is actually one of the things is I want to work through the whips, because then when we go to cut next time, all the pieces from all of the things can just go in the bin that they're supposed to stay in, right? So that is the eventual goal. It did mostly work in some places earlier. I just think, well, A, I'm me, and B, I don't think I quite realized how much I committed to when we cut for Dawson Creek this year. That's what I'm blaming it on. It's totally Dawson Creek's fault. No. I did, so part of what I did to reorganize, I'd been telling Dallas, I was like, so I've got lots of cotton and cotton linen fabrics. So, you know, when we go to Japan in February, I'm going to focus on kimono and obi, which is still going to be it. But I was like, we're going to focus like 75, 25, maybe like 70, 30, 75, 25, something like that. But since moving the shelves out into this like everything into the same room, you can see them behind me here, I had the fabric in boxes, and then I unpacked the boxes because I was like, well, out of sight, out of mind, and that's not working it doesn't make me, well, not that I have done any cutting since April, but it's not very motivational. I like being able to see my fabrics, and it's like, I still can't see them right now anyway because they're covered by a curtain that I have Velcroed to the shelf. But when I'm ready to, they're all laid out. It also showed me that I don't have as much cotton and cotton linen blend as I quite anticipated, which is good. Am I suffering for fabric right now? No. I probably have about a year, like another show year left on hand, but given everything and the fact that I accidentally pandemic proofed myself last time, I do want to keep a little bit more than that on hand. So I don't quite know how I'm going to do that, because we definitely want more obi and such, because the Travelers things have been super popular. And I was noticing at Omatsuri, which by the way, thank you to everyone who came out for Omatsuri. What I was noticing there is that it's a very neutral color palette right now, and a lot of them don't look very stereotypical Japanese prints. or motifs. So I need to rectify that and get some brighter things and get some more traditional motifs, I guess. I did actually buy a couple at Omatsuri from Chichi Kimono, partly because she was having a sale and partly because she had two that like finally caught my attention. Her stuff always catches my attention, but these were like jumped out. We're like, take us home. And I'm like, all right, we'll do that. The night market for Omatsuri was a lot of fun. That's the first time I've been able to do that because Dallas was home this year. And yeah, it was a good weekend. I really do like that show. So trying to carry that energy and vibes in for Fibrations now. We'll see what happens. It feels weird to think that Knit City Calgary was already a year ago. We just got an invite to one of our eldest's, or for one of my eldest's friends from preschool, kindergarten camp. But it's the same day as Fibrations, and I'm like, last year I was saying up for Knit City. This year I'm gonna be out in fucking Victoria, which I don't know why I swore about Victoria. That's not what I mean by that. But it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to tell the mom. It's like, this is apparently just a bad weekend for us. But then they have another little friend, and their birthday is in like 2 weeks after that. So we'll be able to at least make that one, which is good. Happy because actually it's a mutual friend for both of them. So that's really cool. Because they're right in the middle for her birthday. Well, yeah, I guess. It's like, wait, they're both in May. But no, that makes sense on some level. So. Okay, I'm glad I did count out the pockets and figure this out because honestly, that takes a lot of the mental energy off of like, have I sewn enough? And then after this, what we'll do, I know, another step, but this does make my life easier as well of like, so what we're going to do is sew the one seam or 2 pocket sides first or whatever, and then the 2 pocket sides, but we're gonna like just separate it. And then I don't have to think about it. It's just like, all right, this pile is 1 seam and this pile is 2 seams, and you just go. Versus trying to remember just how many I've sewn. I did that recently, I think for Stampede breakfast, and it worked out really well. Really well. So. Oh yeah, and I did want a wide open mouth, like wedge bag for Knit City because I really want to do a kimono. There is a small child. So I'll chat with y'all tomorrow. I will be online earlier. Hey CP, come on down. Mama's just wrapping up with some friends online, okay? At least there wasn't any bloody murder tonight. Anyway, thanks Andrea. I'll chat with you soon.